Hey guys, it's Charlie, and I just got out of seeing the Regal Screams showing of Army of Darkness, and earlier today I also saw TRON ARIES. Now, I'm not a very big fan of the TRON movies. I know enough of TRON to understand what the first movie is about, really. I saw TRON Legacy in theaters when it came out, and then this one I saw with some buddies, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't a terrible movie. I mean, I've seen a lot worse movies. The music really in TRON ARIES, it drew me in. The music definitely was a big benefit to the movie. Not as great as, say, the music in Sinners. I feel Sinners definitely is my pick for the best music so far this year in a movie. But TRON ARIES would be second place. I don't know if I would place it in my top 10 of this year, because there have been some really good movies this year. But it wasn't a bad movie. TRON ARIES was pretty good. I like the fact that the TRON movies have kind of a gap in between, so you don't feel like you're like plagued or bogged down by many TRON movies, because there's a huge gap in between the years of production. And this one felt like it was just okay. It just felt like a trilogy, kind of. Even though I haven't seen the first one, I know enough of it to kind of get an understanding of what the film was about and what it kind of did for the baseline of what would become CGI. And it was an okay movie. I definitely have to go back and rewatch the previous two now that I've seen TRON ARIES. Now, Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness was part of the Regal Screams October event that they were doing. And I have seen so far to date, last week, Friday the 13th Part 3D in actual 3D, which was awesome. The minute that those disco beats from the opening theme hit, I'm really glad that I saw that one. Friday the 13th Part 3 is not one of my favorites in the franchise. It's not one of the worst in the franchise. It's just one of those ones that was just kind of there. But seeing it with the 3D, it just felt fuller now. Like, I've seen the way that Friday the 13th Part 3D was meant to be in the best possible way, and I'm glad I did it. It's probably the most fun I've had in a Friday the 13th movie, even though I personally, there's only one other Friday the 13th movie I've seen actually in a theater. I'm going to admit that. And the one I did see, technically doesn't even count as a Friday movie, because it was Freddy vs. Jason. I saw that one when it came out in theaters, and as much hate as that movie gets, I thought it was awesome, and I'm glad I saw that. But yeah, I would definitely say Friday the 13th Part 3D, my favorite of the Friday franchise that I've seen in theaters. And then the day after, I saw Nightmare on Elm Street 84, which I saw 2 years before in theaters. 2 years before in theaters, so it wasn't like it was the first time seeing that one in a theater, but I just didn't want to miss the opportunity to see that one again, so I saw it again, and it was awesome. Army of Darkness, now that one, I kind of have a list of movies that I want to see brought on a big screen the way they were meant to be seen, and Army of Darkness has been on that list for the longest time. And I'm so grateful for the chance to be able to see that the way it was meant to be seen on a big screen, because movies just hit differently on a big screen, and that's why I love to go to the movies, and I'm really glad to be able to mark Army of Darkness off my list of awesome movies I've seen on the big screen. And then Tuesday, I'm gonna go see Creepshow. Creepshow is another big one that I've been looking forward to seeing on a big screen. And then after Creepshow, next week, Tuesday or Monday, I believe, is maybe the biggest movie I've wanted to see on a big screen for the longest time, because I was way too young to see it in theaters when it first came out in '95, and that is Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight. So definitely there will be a review for Creepshow and Demon Knight. All right, guys. Peace.